Welcome to all my dear bachus. We had started with the chapter variation and completed practice set 7.1 and 7.2. You understood what is direct and inverse variation. And I had given you some clues also. Direct means you will divide and inverse means you will multiply. Keeping into account these two things, let us solve practice set 7.3, which is based on direct as well as inverse variation. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let's start. Practice at 7.3. First question. Which of the following statements are of inverse variation? Which is inverse out of the given example is the question. Okay, so let's take one by one. First question is number of workers on a job and time taken by them to complete the job. Okay, so we have number of workers and time taken. This example we had already discussed. This example, number of workers. As the number of workers increases, what about the time taken? Think, more number of people to do work, less time it will take, no? So more people, more workers, less time. One quantity increases, other quantity decreases, means it is inverse variation. So you will write the first question. Okay, directly write down. This is an inverse variation. This is an inverse variation. Example of inverse variation. So first one you will write like this. This is an inverse variation. Now we will go on to the second sum. Second question is number of pipes of same size. Read the question very well. Otherwise, no, you will write it wrong. Number of pipes of same size to fill a tank and the time taken by them to fill the tank. You have, it is between number of pipes and all the pipes are of same size. Okay, so second question is between number of pipes and all pipes are of same size and the time taken to fill the tank. Time taken. Just to think, if you have one pipe, only one pipe, and you want to fill the tank, what will it take more time? Only one pipe you have to fill the tank. Will it take more time? Obviously yes. But if you have 2-3 pipes, as the number of pipes increases, quickly you can fill the tank. No? Okay, so this question is number of pipes of the same size, as the number of pipes increases, the time taken to fill the tank decreases. As the number of pipe increases, the time taken decreases. So again, this is an example of inverse variation. So you will write second question. This is an inverse variation. This is an inverse variation. Understood? Okay. Now the third question. Petrol filled in a tank of a vehicle and its cost. Petrol and cost. We had discussed, when we began with the chapter. More petrol you fill in, more money you will have to pay. Obviously. Okay. So petrol filled in the tank of a vehicle and its cost. So you will write the answer as this is direct variation. As the liters of petrol increases, the cost will also increase. So direct variation. Fourth one is area of circle and radius. Common sense. As the radius increases, the area also will increase. This also we had discussed. Okay, but still then. So many of you might have got the answer, correct? So what type of variation is this? This is a direct variation. So the question was which all are inverse variation? So example 1 and example 2 are inverse variation. Okay. So now after doing this, let's get on to the second question. If 15 workers can build a wall in 48 hours, how many workers will be required to do the same work in 30 hours? Again, between time and workers. Zyada workers, come time. As the number of workers increases, more people you have to do the work, you can complete it in less time. For example, painting work, no? Most of us, we do painting during celebration and or before celebration or when there is marriage in our house. So as when you have only one person coming to paint your house, will that be completed soon? So you will ask for more people to come. Okay. So as the number of people increases, as the number of workers increases, you can complete the work soon. So what type of variation is this? Number of workers increase, time decreasing. So this is a inverse variation. Okay. So by applying all that constant of variation and all, we will find the answer for this question. We have to give the introduction for the sum. This is about workers and time. Okay. So we will write, let the number of workers be, let the number of workers be any alphabet you can take. I have taken here X, and time taken be Y with all respect, respectively. Okay. Let the number of workers be X and time taken be Y respectively. Okay. So now you will think, which type of variation is this? So next step should be, therefore, this is an inverse variation. This is an inverse variation. Okay. This is an inverse variation. How will you write it in symbol? X varies inversely. Alpha you write this way nicely. Inversely to Y. Inversely means 1 upon Y. So you have written this in symbol. Okay. So I have written X varies inversely to Y. Now they have given some values for X and Y. That is number of workers and time. Read the question. If 15 workers can build a wall in 48 hours. So you will write, when X is equal to 15, Y is equal to 15 workers can complete it in 48 hours. Y is 48. So let us find out the constant of variation. Okay. So let's start. This is inverse variation. So how will you write? For inverse you will multiply. So therefore X into Y is equal to K. Or this can also be written as just one. If you see this way, you should not say, okay, how this came. So I'll just explain. When I write this way, if I remove the proportionality sign, I will bring the constant. Constant is K. Whenever you remove the proportionality sign, you will put there equal to and you will write constant K. And what is there? Y is there down. Okay. So how will you find out K? You will bring this Y to opposite side. So this became X into Y is equal to K. Same thing I am writing here. It is one and the same. Okay. So in some books you may see this way. So you should not be confused. Okay, why it's not written here that way. Just when you remove the proportionality sign, you have to introduce the constant. Understood? Okay. So when it is inverse variation, we multiplied is equal to K. Write down K is equal to constant. Mention that. Constant of variation. K is equal to constant of variation. Mention that in the bracket. Now substitute. X is 15. So therefore 15 into Y is 48 is equal to K. Find out the value of K. 48 into 15. 8 5s are 40. Carry 4. 5 4s are 20. 24. 0. 8 1s are 8. 4 1s are 4. So you got 7. We got 720 as constant. Okay, put it in a box. You also do the calculation. I may go wrong. After getting the constant, let us solve the remaining part of the sum. So they are asking, how many workers will be required? Workers means X is equal to question mark. We don't know. How many workers will be required to do the same work in 30 hours? Time was Y. So Y is given as 30. X we don't know. Can you get the answer? Use this equation. In place of k, put 720. In place of x, put x only because we don't know x. In place of y, put 30 and get the answer. Okay, so I'm continuing. So you got x into y is equal to k. You will write x we don't know into y is given as 30 is equal to how much was k? 720. K is constant. So therefore x is equal to 720 upon 30. 0, 0 cancel. 3 1s are, 3 2s are 6. 3 4s are 12. So you got x is equal to 24. Put it in a box. Now this is word problem. It is word problem. So we have to write the answer in full sentence. So how will you write the answer? How many workers will be required to do the work in 30 hours? You will write final answer. 24 workers will do the work in 30 hours. 24 workers will do the work in 30 hours. Okay. So you got the answer. Fine. So very simple sum. Just you have to find out which type of variation is this. And then your sum is solved. Okay. I hope it is easy. So now let's go for the next sum. We have the third sum. The third sum. 120 bags of half-liter milk can be filled by a machine within 3 minutes. 120 bags of half-liter milk. Adha liter doodh ka 120 bags. Okay. There are 120 bags. Each bag is of half liter. Adha liter doodh. And that 120 bags are there of that type. That can be filled by a machine within 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes, 120 bags. Find the time to fill 1800 bags. Okay, so what is the relation here? The relation is between number of bags. From 120 now it became 1800. 120 bags को fill करने के लिए 3 minutes. To fill 120 bags, 3 minutes. So, how much time will it take to fill 1800 bags? Is it direct or inverse variation? Yes, correct. I heard many of you saying direct variation. Direct, no? So, as the number of bags increases, it is of same size, no? So, there is no confusion. As the number of bags increases, the time taken to fill also will increase. Understood? So, now let us write the introduction. Let the number of bags be, you can select your favorite alphabet. You can select B, okay? So this time we will select B. Let the number of bags be B and the time taken be T respectively. Remember children, you can write any variable of your choice, okay? But try to use that variable only throughout the sum. Don't write B and T and start using X and Y. Okay, don't do that. So now, which type of variation is it? It is a direct variation. It is a direct variation. This is very important to be specified. Which type of variation? Direct variation. Will give you 1 mark even if your sum goes wrong. Okay. So this is the direct variation. So how will you write it in symbol? B varies directly to T. Okay. So therefore, now remove the proportionality sign. You will write equal to KT. Okay. When it is direct variation, you will divide. So divide B upon T is equal to K. Solve it. Okay. So after this step, you will write therefore B upon T is equal to K. Fine. For direct, you will divide B and T. Now from the question, what is the value of B and T? When B is equal to 120, T is equal to 3. When B is equal to 120 bags and time is 3 minutes. Substitute it here. So therefore, B upon T, that is 120 upon T is equal to K. One thing I forgot right here. K is equal to constant of variation. Constant of variation. Okay. Right. Mention it. Don't forget to mention this. Okay. Mention it. So 120 upon 3 is equal to k. So therefore k is equal to 3 ones are 3 fours are 12 and 40 you got. So value of constant you got 40. So solve the remaining part of the sum. They have asked find the time taken. So T is asked bags to fill bags of 1800 bags. What is the time taken? So you will write therefore if or when, any letter you can use. Therefore if B is equal to 1800, how much is time? Is the question. So we know the relation B upon T is equal to K. In place of B write 1800 upon T we don't know, so put T only. K we know it is 40. Get the answer soon. Okay, so you got like this 1800 upon T is equal to 40. I took T to the opposite side. So this became 40 into T. Now I want to find out the value of T. So this 40 I'll bring to the opposite side. Into will become divide. 0, 0 cancel. 4 ones are. 4 fours are 16. 8 minus 6 is 2 and 0. 4 fives are 20. So you got T is equal to 45. Which means what is T? T for time. 45 minutes. Okay, you can write here or you have to write the final answer. Now we have to write the final answer in statement. Find the time to fill 1800 bags. So you will write 45 minutes to fill 1800 bags. Keep it short and simple. Over. Okay, so I told you no, all the sums are very easy if you understand the concept well. Okay, so now let's go on to the last sum. Okay, now this chapter is over. So the last sum is a car with speed 60 km per hour. So ये sum है about speed and time. Takes 8 hours to travel some distance. Speed and time. As the speed increases, the time taken will decrease. No, you go walking or you use a vehicle. In vehicle, the speed is more. So you will reach sooner. No, you will reach that destination fast. Okay. So the relation between speed and time. Zyada speed, kam time. Okay. So this question is related to speed and time. And what is the relation between speed and time? More speed, less time taken. So this is an example of inverse variation. Okay, so I want all my children to start with the sum. Write the introduction. Let the speed be S and the time be T respectively. Or you can select any alphabet of your choice. I have written the introduction. Let the speed be denoted by S and the time taken be T respectively. Now you have to write which type of variation. This is an inverse variation. Okay, as the speed increases, time taken decreases. So this is an inverse variation. Okay, now they have given us the values. Car of speed 60. So you will write the relation. S varies inversely to time. So 1 upon T. S varies inversely to time. So now if you remove the proportionality sign, how will you write? S upon T, or you can write like this. S is equal to K upon T. When you remove the proportionality sign, you will introduce K. Now in inverse variation, it is always multiplication. No? So now when T goes to this side, S into T is equal to K. We will write from here. Therefore, S into T is equal to K. In inverse variation, you will multiply. S into T is equal to K. Here, put this in a box. K is equal to constant of variation. K is constant of variation. Write it this way. Fine. Now they have given us some values for speed and time. When speed was 60, speed is 60 km per hour. I'll write here. And the time taken is 8 hours. So you will have to write time also. When speed is 60, S is equal to 60, T is equal to 8. Substitute here. So therefore 60 into time is 8 is equal to k. So therefore k is equal to 8 6 are 48 and 0. Put it in a box. We got the constant of variation. Now once you get the constant, let us solve the remaining part of the sum. What should be the increase in speed if the distance, same distance is to be covered in 7.5 hours? They are not asking what should be the speed. What should be the increase in speed? So in hurry burry, in the happiness of completing the chapter, don't just look at the sum and finish it off. What should be the increase in speed? कितना स्पीड बढ़ाना है? What was the initial speed? 60. So now we will find out what should be the speed for 7.5 hours. Okay. So first let us do that. So we will write if t is equal to 7.5. Now here 7.5 can be written as 7.5 hours, or if you want you can solve this mixed fraction and make it as, we all know, no, 7 into 2 plus 1 upon 2, which is equal to 14 plus 1 upon 2, 15 upon 2. Again 15 upon 2 is 7.5. Either write it directly as 7.5 means 7.5, or you can solve this mixed fraction. 7 into 2 plus 1 upon 2. 7 2s are 14 plus 1 upon 2. 14 plus 1 is 15 upon 2. So this way or this way you can write. Any one way you can write. See, or I have written. Okay. So when the time is 7.5, they are asking what should be the speed. First we will find out what should be the speed. Then we will check what is the increase in speed. Are you understanding? You will understand. First children, so we don't know what should be the speed. So S will be written as it is into time. Let us take 7.5. Or you can take it as 15 upon 2. Any way you take, the answer will be the same. I am taking it as 7.5 is equal to 480. So therefore, S is equal to 480 upon 7.5. Correct? No? 7.5 will come down. Now, to remove the decimal point, let us multiply by 10 here. Let us multiply by 10 up. If you multiply it down, you have to multiply it up. You know why we multiplied by 10? Because after decimal place only one digit. 1 digit 10. 2 digit 100. So here only one digit. So we multiplied by 10. So how much will we get? Let me erase the remaining part. Okay. So how much we will get? 480 into 10 will be 4800 upon 7.5 into 10 will be 75. Now divide, both number goes in 5's table. 5 9s are 45. 8 minus 5 is 3, 0. 5 6 are 30 and 0. 5 1s are 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 and 5, 25. 5 5s are 25. Okay. Again these two numbers will go in 5's table. 5 3s are 15. 5 1s are 5. 9 minus 5 is 4 and 6. 46. And 5 9s are 45. Okay, 1 and 0, 10. 5 2s are 10. Don't know, you divide and see. Now, this will go in 3's table. No? So, 3 1s are 3 6 are 18. 1 remain, 1 and 2 is 12. 3 4s are 12. So, how much we got? We got speed as 64 kilometer per hour. Now speed we got 64 km per hour. What does this mean? If the speed is 64 km per hour, then you can reach that place in 7.5 hours. Let's again go to the question. When the speed was 60, it took 8 hours. 60 speed ko 8 घंटा लगा. 8 hours. For 60 km per hour speed, it took 8 hours. For 64 km per hour speed, more speed, you know, so more speed, less time. So is it right? The time taken was only 7.5. So we are correct. Our answer is correct. Now see the question. They are asking, what should be the increase in speed? पहला speed 60 था. Abhi, to reach in 7.5 hours, when you have to reach in 7.5 hours, how much speed you should increase? From 60, how much speed he increased? He increased how much speed? He increased the speed by 4 km per hour. From 60, he increased to 64. Means how much he increased? 64 minus 64. For example, you got in the first test 14 marks. In the second test of the same subject, you got 19 marks. How much increase or how much progress you got? 19 minus 14, that is 5 marks you got more, no? Increase. Same way, पहला speed था 60, 7.5 hours में पहुंचना है तो कितना speed बढ़ाना पड़ेगा? How much speed you have to increase? You have to increase the speed by 4 km per hour. Okay, so here most of the students will forget to do this part. So you will write there 4. Increase in speed is equal to bigger number minus smaller number. So you got 64 minus 60. You got 64, no? Is equal to 4 km per hour. So this is the answer. Okay, what is the answer? Final answer you will write. What should be the increase in speed? The increase in speed should be 4 km per hour to reach the same distance in 7.5 hours. Or just write, the increase in speed should be 4 km per hour. Okay, I hope you understood the chapter very well. Practice it very nicely. Okay, all the sums will be asked in your exam because this chapter is very, very important. Okay, if you liked it, please click the like button and you can also share it with your friends. Okay, so that others also come to know about these chapters very well. So if you liked it, please click the like button or write it in the comment that okay, I understood. Okay children, so now with a new chapter we will meet in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye.